All right, good afternoon, y'all. Welcome to another edition of GFP Connects. I'm here with Eli and Naima, and we're ready to hang out and be cool teens and talk about how we're taking care of ourselves during COVID. So for those watching, my name is Delilah Seligman. I am the coordinator of training and capacity building at the Gender and Family Project, and we are super excited to be here with some young teens here to talk about how we can support each other during this time period. And please ignore the doorbell because I have a small apartment with a roommate, so don't mind the activity in the background. No, you're so good. So why don't you all introduce yourselves? I forgot to mention my pronouns are she, her, and hers. I myself identify as trans, and so I'd love for y'all to introduce yourselves however you want, whatever you feel like sharing.
Okay, so my name's Eli. I'm a trans male. I use he, him pronouns. I'm 15 years old, and I'd say that's about it.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Naima. I'm also a trans male, and I use he, him pronouns.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining me. So I have a few questions here, and this shouldn't take super long, but I just wanted to hear your thoughts, really just so that we can share this for other trans teens out there and trans adults as well, and really just anybody who is struggling during this time period. So one of the first questions I wanted to ask is, what has been some difficult aspects for you during this quarantine? You know, I know for myself, it's been, the loneliness is kind of hard. Like I have my roommate here, but, it's kind of just the two of us. So I know that's definitely a tough thing for me. So I'm interested to hear for the two of you, what's been most difficult, whatever you're comfortable sharing, of course.
Well, overall, my quarantine's been not that bad. Pretty peaceful, just spending time with the family. It's a little weird just not being able to connect with my friends that I usually would. In some weird way, I do kind of miss school a little bit. Like I miss being able to see all my friends every day. But other than that, I've been coasting along pretty good.
Very cool.
I guess in a similar aspect, I don't know, I'm a very I like having alone time to myself, so it's not been super hard, but also it sucks seeing my friends on Instagram posting in their beds or whatever, and then being like, oh dang, I miss them. So yeah, I guess one of the main things is the loneliness and not being able to see my friends all the time. So yeah.
That's super real. I'm interested to know, you mentioned Instagram. Has social media been helpful during this time period, or do you think that it's harmful or helpful overall, or a bit of both?
You could go first.
Yeah, thanks. I'm not super sure. I mean, it's kind of been it's been a mixture of both, because I'm seeing a bunch of people post back to when I could go back outside, and then I'm but then it's also very helpful because I'm able to still connect with my friends and stuff like that in that way. So yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I've been using FaceTime a lot, like Zoom, just to chat with my friends and just kind of stay updated with each other. I spent a little too much time probably on TikTok and
Yeah.
Instagram, Snapchat, but other than that, it's been pretty good.
Rad. Very cool. And then on that topic, so what are some other coping mechanisms besides social media that you're using, that you've been developing during this time period? What's helping you feel connected and grounded, both in terms of with other people and also just when you're by yourself, and things are feeling difficult? What are some coping mechanisms that you're using to take care of yourself in this time period?
You can go if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, definitely FaceTime and even playing video games and stuff with my friends. It's also been really, I play the guitar, so I've been playing a lot of music just to kind of pass the time, hanging out with my family. I'm really lucky. We've been getting along pretty well actually so far. I thought we'd kind of be kind of losing it by this point, but we're staying pretty close. So I don't know, definitely just like playing my guitar and FaceTiming with my friends have been some really good coping mechanisms.
Well, that's sick. I also play guitar and I'm also a big gamer. What have you been listening to lately?
I've been on a little bit of a country music tear
Oh,
recently.
nice. All right. I can respect
Um,
that.
but then like Lil Uzi Vert, like I don't know.
Yeah.
So I got a good mix of everything in there, I'd say.
Amazing. And this is where I feel out of touch with the youth already. I know Lil Uzi Vert. I think I just haven't listened much, but rad.
um yeah. Uh on something like on like some really like bro-y like macho man type stuff. Something that's been like really giving me like peace is working out a lot. Because I'm actually able to get down a schedule, which I'm not able to do at school because I get home at like 8 and then like I go to bed at 9. So like it's a very like there's like a very small window for me to actually work out, but now like I'm actually able to like work on that for myself, and that's been making me feel like really really good about myself and like boosting my confidence. So yeah, and also music, which has been connecting with my friends like Lil Uzi Vert, Childish Gambino,
Yeah.
like many artists are blessing this quarantine right now. So
Yeah.
that's great.
Yes. Well, as I'm sure y'all remember from group, I advertised myself as a big punk rock kid, so that's kind
Yeah.
of my realm. I'm definitely been rocking a lot of like '90s, some good old like '90s hits. Yeah, definitely.
No,
And oh, sorry, go ahead.
like I know Billie Joe Armstrong from Green Day just did like a little live performance. I want
Oh
to
yeah,
say
yeah,
I don't know where it was on, but like with both of his sons, which was super cool.
that's rad. I love that. Yeah, it's this weird thing where like we're simultaneously so distant from each other, but like I feel like so many social barriers are kind of like stripped down where we get
Mhm.
to see like these celebrities like with their family and like just doing stuff online in their like homes, and so it's just weird intimacy that like I never thought we'd get.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that you're also like working out now. That's really good. Staying healthy is important. I'm absolutely doing none of that, so gotta get my act together a bit, but rad. Cool. So in what other ways has connecting with friends, family, the trans community in general helped you? And do you have any advice for those who are having trouble finding that connection? Do you have any advice for those folks as well?
I've been keeping in touch with some of my friends who also happen to be trans. Like just FaceTiming a lot, talking about like some of our just day-to-day issues, I guess.
Mhm.
Um, I think that's been a really good way to sort of keep in touch with both like friends and the community all in one. Just kind of being able to share each other's like kind of struggles and things that people who aren't trans might not understand. So being able to do that, and I've been lucky enough to have, community around me. But also like through this time, I feel like I've also like connected with other people who are trans just through social media, like Instagram, like Snapchat, so overall I feel like quarantine's kind of given us a little bit of an excuse to mingle and be able to talk with other community members.
Cool.
Yeah, like in a similar sense, I think that social media has been like played a really big part in me like connecting with my friends, just like simply like just sending memes that remind me of them, and just like sending like funny videos and stuff like that, and so checking in with each other. I think that's like super duper important. So
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Cool. Cool. And so for folks who don't necessarily have that connection readily available, do you have any advice on how to find those connections or how to build that sense of community?
Um, Also like once again, like through social media, I found it's becoming a little more, I mean, not easy, but it's definitely getting a little bit more simple to like go online and find support.
Mhm.
Um, I know in a lot of apps, like even just like searching up like keywords, and there are also like pages that you could see other like trans community, like different, like in my case, if I were to want to find somebody who's like FTM to talk to, Like I feel like there are definitely Instagram pages and stuff where you could reach out and people are always willing to like talk. That's something that I've learned. The trans community is super like friendly and helpful, and they're always willing to talk to you. And I feel like that's definitely a good way to get in touch with other people if you might not have the pre-existing connections.
Love it. Amazing.
Yeah, kind of to like piggyback off of that,